All right, welcome back. And we just made a switch. Tunde Koiki just left. And of course, Tony Bito was able to make it down in spite of the traffic. Tony, let me welcome you and ask you how you were able to find your way here.
In fact, I can't explain it.
Okay.
Gav, I must commend you for the good job.
Okay.
And I mean, a lot of stories already. I mean, I've been in traffic for 3 hours.
Wow.
And I'm fatigued, actually. My brain is still putting.
so showing in your voice.
No, but I just hope one shouldn't be getting into this kind of traffic on a daily basis.
All right, okay.
Or your life will be reducing gradually. It's terrible. But thankfully I've been able to make it.
Let me throw a quick word. Let me throw a quick word at you. While you were, trying to sit down, the Koreans have put in one goal and it's 2-1.
Okay.
Before you came in, Onye was talking about FIFA
semi-final.
Onye was talking about and that's it on your screen. Onye was talking about complacency and that's it on your screen. And I don't know, is there something to worry about with what has just happened?
Was it at the under 17 level? I'm trying to figure out exactly what happened. We played against Korea. I think it was North Korea. We scored 2 goals, 2 early goals. They scored 1 back. We scored the 3rd one. The game went into, I think, 2-2 or 3-3. It was a scoring game, 6-5 at the end of the day. So I'm not comfortable here, although our girls in this competition have been a lot better. I mean, composed defensively. But the Koreans, I mean, don't write them off. I just hope that our girls will stay composed and getting more goals going forward and avoid complacency, as Oyin said, and be able to win this one. But Korea is not going to be an easy side. Coach Dedewo says that he knows the Koreans like the back of his hands. This is the time for him to prove it with a victory. I just hope we are able to get a victory of whatever sort that will push us into the final. But I don't expect an easy game at all.
All right, only 35 minutes of football is 2-1. What do you think the girls need to do now that they've considered 1 goal? At 2-0, the strategy would be different, but now it's 2-1, 35 minutes. What should we be doing? Should we park the bus? Should we go out? Should we maintain the balance between defense and attack? What should we be doing right now?
The girls just need to concentrate. Okay. Make sure that they don't concede another goal. If they cannot get more goals, they keep it tight and end it 2-1 in the first half. Then in the second half, they can, like Dedebo did in against New Zealand, he brought in Uchechi Sunday, who eventually scored 2 goals. In fact, his first touch of the game resulted into a goal, and he got a break. She got a break. So he has the opportunity of making changes in the second half. So, but as it is now, they need to keep it very tight. Don't concede more goals if you are not going to score.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about football on the domestic scene and look at the ladies. Still talking about the ladies and give you some results from the Women's League. I'm hoping it will come up on your screen shortly. And while we're still waiting for that, I don't know. It's still 36 minutes, and I don't know, Tony. Do you think anything could change drastically in the last few minutes of the game? Because I'm looking at it, and it seems the Koreans are really putting pressure on our girls.
Yeah, we really need to be careful. I mean, when you are 2 goals up and suddenly your opponent pull 1 back, there's a tendency for them to believe that, look, we can get back, and then the momentum will shift from your side
to their side.
So what our girls need to do is to keep it tight, as Oyin said, not necessarily pack the balls, because that would be defeatist and that could backfire. Try to also push forward. I mean, you've been able to get 2 goals. What were you doing right that gave you 2 goals in the first 30 minutes? Try to put more pressure. It shows that the Koreans can concede. And the Nigerians have the physical ability to hold on and power forward and try to get more goals. I think we should play to our strengths, which is our ability, physical ability to sort of power over the Koreans. But we really need to be careful because these Koreans can run 3 hours non-stop.
That counts in their
energy.
That counts in their favor, a lot of energy. And I don't know, would you change the complexion of this game if we're able to get into halftime still having that lead on you?
Yes, obviously. If you go into the second half with a 2-1 lead, it gives you that motivation, that inspiration that you can get the goals. It means that the Koreans need to work harder because they are coming from a disadvantaged position. They need to equalize and score the winning goal. So if Dedebo, can make the right changes in the second half, bring in fresh legs, Like Tony said, the Koreans are fitter, they are faster. But if he can bring in fresh legs, then we can get the job done. Like he did, he has always done it in the previous game. So he can do it. He has some good players on the bench who can come in and change the complexion of the game.
All right, okay. What we're going to do now, okay, all right. So these are the results we were waiting for, the Nigerian Women's Premier League Week 20 results. And I'll allow you to take us through some of these results, interesting results on your screen.
Yeah, the Taraba Queens beat Sunshine Queens by a lone goal. Confluence Queens 2-0 over Nasarawa Amazons. Nasarawa Amazons, have not been doing well this season, and they were quite,
formidable last season. They played the final of the FA Cup.
And I know that the state government
pumps in a lot of money
into the teams.
Why they are not doing well? The Confluence Queens are doing well. The Confluence Queens from Lokoja.
Yeah, from your state.
Yeah, they are doing quite well. So we must commend them at least for getting the result.
Then Bayelsa Queens 2-1 over Rivers Angels. Ibom Angels also pipped Pelican Stars 1-0. Delta Queens defeated Adamawa Queens 2-0. Then Edo Queens and Osun Babes played out a goalless draw in Benin. Osun Babes, I think, have been doing well.
Yep.
Maybe Ogbeni is...
Another thing that we need to alert is the fact that Rivers Angels again tasting defeat. They lost their first game of the season about 2 weeks ago. Now they've lost again. So the most important thing is avoid a defeat. Once you get a defeat, the tendency is that you get the second one, and that's what has happened to Rivers Angels.
Yeah, and there was a
but
time...
they are still on top.
Yeah, there was a time they were accusing Okon of releasing...
Edwin Okon
of releasing some of the players in the national team.
For Rivers Angels. There's politics everywhere.
All right, let's move on. Let's see if we can bring to you what it looks like at the top. And
I think Rivers Angels are still...
what it looks like at the top and what it looks like at the bottom. But from some of the things we've said, you have an idea of this is what it looks like at the top. Rivers Angels, like Tony said, after 16 matches, after 16 games, on top, 36 points, followed by Pelican Stars, same number of games, 32 points. Confluence Queens,
19 games, 31.
19 games, 31 points, and of course, Osun Babes played 18
games, 31.
And 31. So this is what it looks like on top.
I mean, if they are playing 16 games and they are still 36, it shows that they are on a way.
Almost.
Because
4 points off the pace with Pelican.
Yeah.
They played the same number of games with Pelican.
But the game in hand is nothing until you win it.
Yes, but,
but I'm sure one of the games will be against Adamawa, because Adamawa have been having a problem. Are they going to be playing in Gombe?
No,
they've been told to play in Pantani Stadium.
Yeah, in Gombe.
Yeah. And then the bottom part, Adamawa Queens, you can see they have only played 10 games. They have a lot of outstanding games to play. By the time they win those games, maybe they will move away from that zone. And then the Bayelsa, I'm surprised at the quality of the teams here, because these were teams that dominated the scene for a long time. Bayelsa Queens, Delta Queens.
Yeah, the issue of Bayelsa Queens, I think they'll be victim of changes in the management at the management level.
But that's the story of Nigerian
this
football.
season alone, I think they have sacked about 2-3 sets of
coaches, and that is why they are here at the bottom.
Lack of continuity.
But only another thing I want to highlight from this women's league is the fact that this time we are seeing a good number of games played. You can see Adamawa, apart from the issue of not being able to play in their home state, they've played 10. Look at the others. Bayelsa Queens 19, Delta Queens 19, Taraba Queens 19, the other team 16, 19. So a number of games have been played, and that's an improvement on the past, where before the middle of the season, many teams have pulled out, games are not completed, and I hope that the Women League can pick it up from there.
All right, and we hope that this will definitely continue. Well, we're going to go on a break now. We're going to take you to one of the matches today in the UEFA Champions League playoffs. The teams needing to win this playoffs to get to the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. We'll take you to Turkey, Besiktas taking on Arsenal. After that game, we'll come back, look at the live matches currently going on, 5 matches going on as we speak. We'll look at all of that and we'll wrap things up on Sports Tonight.
And Sanchez has stolen it back. Cut back to Cazorla. Still Cazorla!
Well, Sanchez is the man that's got them going. Really, with his positive contributions.
Oh,
Oh, a slip which may let Demba Ba in here. It's Ba for Besiktas. It's wide.
Well, how many chances like that will they get during the course of the night? Slaven Bilic knows that that is a golden opportunity wasted. It fell to the right man, it seemed.
Wouldn't it be just like Arsenal to go straight up the other end here? Clipped over the top beautifully, and it's missed by Olivier Giroud.
Well,
what a ball, though, from Ramsey.
What a ball that was.
Tamek couldn't take it in his stride. It's really opened up in the closing moments of this first half. Down goes Ramsey.
There's Callum Chambers there, really should have done better. But once he's cut inside here, Demba Ba, you think he's going to slot it.
Well, two big chances right at the end of the first half. Demba Ba rolling wide. Olivier Giroud not able to take one for Arsenal, but Arsenal have been asked questions here in Istanbul, more so than they were 12 months ago. But at the break, Besiktas 0, Arsenal 0.
All right, welcome back. And oh yeah, I don't know if you saw that game. Yes, first kick of the game, Demba Ba almost. I mean, it looked like PlayStation to me, almost getting the goal, and the goalkeeper was well placed. It could have been, you know, a goal from the first kick.
I think the Besiktas manager will, you know, have a word with Demba Ba because he was, you know, the worst culprit last night. He could have buried at least 1 or 2 goals against Arsenal. You know, if you don't score against Arsenal in your home ground, going to the Emirates, it's going to be very difficult for them because the pitch is better. We saw the pitch at Besiktas, you know, very terrible. It didn't allow for free
Arsenal's
flow.
record against Turkish teams.
Absolutely.
Against Turkish teams, very good.
I think Arsenal were lucky on the night, really. Because
I think both teams were lucky.
Both teams were lucky because there was, at the stage Arsenal also came into
hit the post.
Cazorla had the opportunity of scoring.
He could have gone
but then, if you look at the chances that
on the balance of the game,
you will really feel that the better chances on the night fell to Besiktas. So Arsenal will really need to, because when you play a draw, a goalless draw, you have to be very wary. A draw in the return leg. I mean, we've seen that this team can also score goals.
Yeah, it's like Tonite. It could crack.
Anything can happen in the second leg.
All right, okay. Yesterday's results, Tony, the game we just saw, Besiktas and Arsenal, was goalless draw. FC Copenhagen, the Danish team, lost at home to Bayer Leverkusen. Napoli were forced to a 1-1 draw by Athletic Bilbao. Red Bull Strasbourg defeated Swedish side Malmo, and of course, Steaua Bucharest defeated their opponents by
it was actually Napoli that forced Bilbao because Higuain equalized.
Their opponents scored
for Napoli.
Yeah, but you look at it, you would expect Napoli to win that game. And on the balance of play, I thought they were better.
Yeah, they were better. After they equalized, they had some chances, but they didn't.
All right, Tony, today's results, let me run through them quickly, and you tell me if you're surprised. Well, if you're Nigerian, you might not like the first team on the list. Lille losing at home to Porto. They're working on thin ice.
Vincent Anyama plays his football for Lille.
Yeah.
Solomon Kalou is the other African there, so not a good one for Vincent. We were expecting that we will see Vincent in the main Champions League draw, but it's looking very dicey now.
Yeah, and the other one, a draw, Maribor and Celtic. Celtic were lucky to be here, but a 1-0 draw. I think
away from home, they will fancy their chances of wrapping it up next week.
I think it's a good result. Standard Liège losing to St. Petersburg, 1-0, of course, and Bratislava playing a 1-0 draw with Bate Borisov, and of course, Aalborg also playing a 1-0 draw with Apoel Nicosia. And 10 spots in the Champions League, all for grabs. I don't know. Do we see any of these games decided yet, Tony? In your own opinion?
Well, for the teams that got away victories, we know their pedigree. FC Porto, I think it's done and dusted. It's a mountain to climb for Lille to go to Portugal and get the result. They need to score 2 goals to be absolutely sure and avoid conceding more than 1. That looks very dicey. Then Zenit getting a draw away from home. Russia is a very difficult place to play. So if they got the results on the road, Standard Liège going to Russia, against a very difficult Zenit side. I think that one looks like mission impossible. So I fancy Porto and Zenit to go through, but all the other games are open. Anything can happen. Apoel Nicosia and Aalborg, Bate Borisov. I mean, these are games of minnows, and anything can be thrown into it. Anything can happen that will turn around the balance of play.
Okay, I don't know if he agrees with him.
Yeah, I think the experiences of Bate Borisov and Apoel Nicosia, you know,
they've been there before.
They've been there before.
And they know what it is.
Point away, you know, could influence. Then for Celtic, we pray that Efe Ambrose, you know,
He wasn't part of the game today.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't, because I even thought he would play, because I think UEFA actually rescinded his red card. No, maybe they wanted to play safe. Maybe they wanted to play safe. But I think the opponent is soft. That was why they celebrated when the Polish side got disqualified and they had to take over that position.
Okay, well, let's tell you that it's halftime in the game between Nigeria and North Korea, and what you wanted has happened. Only we're able to go into halftime with that lead. But as we try to wrap things up on the show tonight, if you were able to speak to the coach, what would you tell him to do? What should we be doing now that we have that lead going into the second half?
Maximum concentration. You know, they don't need to pack the balls, but the defense, the midfield, and the attacking line should, you know, concentrate. You start defending when you lose the ball. That should be the way to play in the second half. And you know, the way we scored showed that we put in a lot of intensity in the game. The girls can slow the game down, but, you know, with a purpose. Bring in some players, fresh legs in the second half, like he did against New Zealand, wrap up the game. But the players must concentrate.
Well, congratulations to the girls for a beautiful first half. But I think in this competition we've played a lot better in the second half of our game, of our matches than the first. Usually because of the Sunday Uchechi factor. She's a big, experienced player, and there's no way she comes in and doesn't change the game in our favor. So I hope that as we were on in that game, Uchechi comes in. Uchechi takes a lot of pressure off the other strikers because she's big, area balls. I mean, look at the way she came in and scored 2 goals against New Zealand. I hope we can continue in that light, get more goals, and be true to the final. I really want to see the girls qualify for the final, and maybe, you know, in the final anything can happen. Really, anything can happen.
All right. Well, yeah, I have to thank you for your time on the show.
My pleasure.
And of course, Toyi, making it down in spite of the traffic. You're going to be on the other side tomorrow.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Thank you for holding forth. I mean, it's good to have someone like this around. I mean, where would we have done the show? In traffic. We'll have been worse than the fire outbreak.
Okay. Let's wrap this up on the show this lovely Wednesday evening. Join us again tomorrow when we have more time, more information to give you on the program. So bye for now. See you tomorrow.